Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and you can see I've got I picked up this guy hitchhiking. What's your name again? Jack the Ripper? Oh, it's Roger the Ripper.
Roger the Ripper. There you go.
Oh boy.
Sounds
So
like
we were
fun.
actually cleaning a carpet, something we prefer not to do anymore, but sometimes we have to, right?
It pays so well, you just have to do it.
We were doing that. The job that's the nemesis for us both. Tell them what you were dreaming about last night.
Dreaming about. Okay. Complaining about.
You remembered this job. This is the third time you've done this with me, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a hot, muggy, dark building.
It was okay today, though. We only did 2 floors, so
Yeah.
I think last time we did 3, and it was like almost 40 degrees last time we did
Yep.
it.
And it just totally drained the time we were done.
Remember they had all the little air conditioners in the hallway running? Remember they had them in the wall?
Yes, and you could stand under for a bit.
You stand there.
Yeah, yeah.
It took us a little longer though.
It took us longer. Needed it though.
It was cool right by the air conditioner. That was about it.
Yeah, those spots got extra clean.
Yeah. So anyway, Roger, everybody wants to know, how is your carpet cleaning empire doing?
Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, last year was a record year.
You got, what, 15 employees now?
Nope.
No?
No. I do have a guy that actually taught me carpet cleaning back in 1987. Moved up, good friend of mine, and so he helps me on all the big jobs.
Yeah.
We make upwards of $300 an hour working together because we both know what we're doing.
Yeah.
2 machines in a building, and you can just tear through it.
You've got two
Rotaries.
I was gonna say 2-speed machines, 175 300, which is the same machine as my 175 300. Made by Hawk. They're made by Hawk.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. So tell everybody, Roger. You've been at it now. How many years now?
It's going on my 3rd year.
3rd year using VLM. You dump the dump truck.
We parked at my friend's place. We're using it as a rug cleaning plant. Tranny's gone on it. Waiting to see if we can get a good deal on a tranny that I can put it in and sell it. But the truck now works. I had it just fixed, so it works perfectly.
Hey, I have a question for you. 3rd year. How was your gas bill compared to before?
Yeah, way less.
Way less.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it would be now?
Yeah.
What are we paying per liter now?
In Canada?
Yeah, it says
$2.14.
That's a liter, so that's
4.5 times that, $10 a gallon.
$10 a
roughly.
gallon. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to Canada. Everything else is free. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it doesn't work that way. So yeah, we're that's the kind of prices we have to pay. So these are things you would want to, if you're thinking about dropping the hot water extraction, your truck mount or whatever, to go to VLM. Do you have are there any regrets at all?
Initially they were, but as I've improved in my skill set, and the results I'm getting are really good, especially when it comes to pet stains, odor issues with the CL2 mixed in. My only regrets were there's some jobs I knew that trucking out would be better and faster, but those are the kind of jobs I don't want to be doing. That's what I came to the realization.
Yeah.
We did this resort out in one of the resort towns here, and it's right on the beach, and so it's outdoor stairway. It's not outdoor carpet, outdoor carpet. It's just regular carpet.
Was it regular carpet or was it ozite?
I don't know what ozite is.
Ozite, it looks like almost looks like felt. It doesn't actually have a pile.
No, it was regular commercial carpet.
Oh, okay.
In the stairwell.
Like an olefin?
Probably. And I spent 2.5 hours on one stairwell, 3 stories, and my buddy I taught carpet cleaning to brought his truck mount out, and he did the other 3 in the same amount of time.
So in other words,
I wasn't even happy with the results I had. But we couldn't get the truck on there because they put in paving stones down the side of the building. We couldn't drive like they used to drive it down there.
Oh.
I had originally planned for him to do all the stairwells with the truck. Well, I did the hallways. So I've learned now not to do those kind of jobs.
So there's some jobs that you're not going to do. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean you're losing money?
A little bit, but not enough to warrant buying a truck now.
Okay. Well, I guess my angle with that question was, you lose money by not doing those jobs that you didn't want to do anyway, but you're gaining at the very least you're gaining tremendously on the cost of just gas alone.
Yes.
And And not only that,
repairs.
but repairs,
Repairs are
maintenance,
horrendous.
horrendous.
Well, everybody knows that. They have to
Yeah.
know that.
So and since you've dropped the truck mount, how much have you spent on repairs for your equipment?
Hardly anything. I can't remember the last time I paid for a repair on my equipment.
I think we bought a switch once. We bought a switch.
Yeah,
We
well,
had to replace
yeah,
the switch.
yeah, you fixed it. Yeah,
It was like $20.
yeah, yeah. But there's probably something in there, but
Yeah. And I mean, even if you go and buy another rotary, I mean, you know, in Canada we have to pay for a rotary. Actually, to get a decent rotary, you got to pay like $3 grand.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
yeah. So
Unless you can, you know, luck out on finding a used one, which I bought the last two I bought, which is the one we were using today, which is the same as the one you actually he has two of the same machine, only they're older models.
Yeah.
So and I paid, I think the one I've got in the van here behind me, which is the Hawk 2-speed, I think I paid around $200 for it.
nice. Yeah, I should start looking because I want to replace my main one.
Always just keep
Yeah.
your eyes open. And you know, one place you can often find one is actually pawn shops.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know, we only have the two pawn shops, one in my hometown and one in your hometown. But I never thought about the town we're in now.
Oh, there's more than one in Kelowna.
Probably is.
Oh yeah, there's like 5 or 6 at least.
Okay.
But the other place is janitorial supply stores. Like last time I was over at Busy Bee, I said, "Hey, you got any used rotaries?" He took me in the back, and he had a couple of old dinosaurs. No good,
Yeah.
but you know, hey, this one $50. No, it's okay, keep it. I mean, yeah. Put it this way: if a janitor's giving it up, it's probably given up anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
Usually, but sometimes you can find one. Yeah, so keep your eyes open. And actually, I'm going Castanet. It's like a web, a community.
It's like
website.
Kijiji, but it's specific for this area.
Yeah, it's what's it called?
Kijiji, Kijiji. It's an African word for neighborhood, and that was the thing we had before
Oh,
Craigslist.
you're talking about Kijiji?
Kijiji, yeah.
Kijiji. How do you say it again?
Well, where I'm from, we call it Kijiji.
Kijiji. Okay.
What do you mean?
Kijiji.
Kijiji, okay.
Kijiji. Okay. Well, anyway, so you can find them.
Yeah, it's just a matter of looking.
So, young guy who's thinking maybe you're getting, maybe you got yourself into the truck mount, and you're looking at your repair bills, and your the cost of gas is going up so high. You're thinking like, I don't want to drive across town to go and do, you know, a $200 job, because by the time I get there, do the job and come back, I'm going to spend 50 or 100. I guess you could even spend $100 in gas in a truck mount a day, can't you?
Oh yeah, I was doing at least 60 a day back three years ago.
60 a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Easy.
Because you're gonna at least $100 a day then probably now.
Yeah.
That's not tenable. Hey, that's a new word for me.
Is it?
You know what it means?
It's 10 or something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It just popped into my head, so I got threw it in there. That way you sound smarter than you are. You add to your vocabulary.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? Who's it that is always pushing? Is it Green Rhino? Is always pushing how to get started the carpet painting business?
yeah, he's one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not pushing. I mean, he does a good job. I enjoy his videos. But if you have a relative, you know, a lazy son-in-law who needs to make extra money to support your daughter,
Smart man.
get him doing commercial. You go in after hours after his regular job. No one's watching you, so you have to be nervous. It's dead simple. I mean, you go and show them one job, and they'll know how to do it. You know, it's great extra income. I remember when I was a young dad, you know, 4 kids, always looking for a way to make extra money. And this is like hands down the best way.
Okay, well here's the next question then. Compared to where you were 3 years ago and the money you were making, compare that to where you're at now. What do you think is going on?
Yeah, the take-home money is way better.
That's an important way to put it.
Yeah.
The take-home money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way: last year I did 50% more gross sales than I did previous 3 years.
Okay.
For the truck mount years, my first year of BLM, I increased my gross income by 50%.
And how much your gross, but how much was your take-home, your actual income you're taking out?
Yeah, it was more. So I actually jumped the tax bracket. I wasn't very smart about that.
You lucky you.
In Canada, yeah, it's pretty brutal.
tax bracket night like some kind of competition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Over the next hurdle, yay! More taxes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're actually at the max of. I think that the next tax bracket they go up. It goes up like another 40% or something like that.
Is that right? Yeah, not that high.
So
but
we cap ourselves at that limit.
yeah. So for the first time ever, I've actually gone from the lowest tax bracket to the next one up.
The problem is that we end up with, because we're actually making so much profit now, because we're not taking it out, and like we're incorporated.
Yes. Yeah. I looked at it. I didn't do it.
So that means that we actually, I basically work for my own corporation, so I get a paycheck, but there's a maximum amount I would get paid, because if I go into the next tax bracket, then I'd have to get docked even more. So that means that we end up with more money sitting in the business account, which is one of the reasons why I got this van under lease, because that, $600 a month is 100% write-off. So might as well spend it on something I can use, and it's a tool, and I gotta have one anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those rare cases where it actually pays the lease. Yeah.
So, any other insights and thoughts and encouragements for guys that are doing this and are wanting to either switch from truck mount, or maybe they're just didn't even get into truck mount at all. They just want to, I want to be a carpet cleaner. Maybe I can earn some money doing that.
Yeah, let me start off first with the guys that have been doing it for a year, 6 months to a year, and they're getting okay results, and they're convinced, but they're kind of, some of the jobs just don't turn out the way they want. Just keep plugging away at it. If you can find a mentor, like watch their videos, watch the other people are doing, watch their videos, getting ideas and tips.
Paul at Washington Pro, he's on YouTube. He's got lots of good videos too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just learn what you can, and I was telling you today, like I'm learning with the product we're using, which is the Bonnet Pro stuff, the Revive It Rocket.
Yeah. And don't mix your own product in the bathtub.
No, don't mix the product in the bathtub.
No, we don't do that, because we're professionals, right?
Just learning that when I go over the bad area, give it some dwell time, because I wasn't doing that for the first little while, and I'm noticing a difference.
Well, yeah. Well, if I'm doing it like in a house, typically, as you know, I'm gonna go over it with if it's not gonna be just a single step with the Ironman, I'm gonna do a two-step. I apply the cleaner with the fiber pad. Normally, is what I do, and then go back over that with the Ironman after. So there's the dwell time between those two steps, and it doesn't actually add much time, does it?
No, in fact, I always two-step. It'd be very rare that I would do just.
Yeah, me too.
Very rare.
Yeah. So that's the next question. Now, it definitely takes longer to clean with this than it does truck mount, yes?
For smaller jobs. But when you get into a big job, like a commercial job, it's way faster.
Well, talking about residential.
Residential, it takes a little bit longer because you have to vacuum, you have to do the two-step.
Which is the way you're supposed to clean anyway.
Right.
If you actually did, I think most guys probably with a truck mount, they're not going to pre-vacuum because, well, it's not what you do. You can't charge, they're not charging enough to justify it. But if you're charging enough, what's your rate now?
I'm at 45 cents a square foot, $5 a stair.
And what's your minimum?
My minimum, I try to do it 160, but I get in my area so much smaller stuff. I've lowered it down to 140, and 120 was just one room or just a set of stairs.
And in your area, do you know what population number that you're drawing on?
I used to know, and I forget now.
It's over 100,000, isn't it?
Nowhere near that.
Oh,
maybe
really?
40 to 50,000.
50,000?
At best.
Oh, really?
And that's a wide area. That's
okay. That's like about maybe the size of Pentic.
Yeah, Pentic is a way bigger town than what I'm in.
Yeah, but it's more concentrated, whereas you're drawing on not just Salmon Arm, but
yeah,
the outlying communities.
Blind Bay and Sycamore is on both sides of Salmon Arm. They're both half hour away.
Right.
Roughly.
Okay, so so you're going a half hour out of town in either direction, but town as well.
Right. So most of it's in town, and then if I'm going out of town, I always make sure I have at least 2 jobs, and preferably 3 or 4.
So typically, though, you would drive more than I do.
Yes.
Because I'm now just focused on Kelowna alone, other than the furthest I would go now is Peachland, which is just over 30 minutes away, which is still within my old area, whatever.
Yeah, so from where I live, I'm actually 50 minutes outside of town. So if I want to go to Blind Bay, for example, that's 45 minutes.
But there's good jobs out there.
There's really,
that's kind of a resort community.
It's resorts. A lot of people from other provinces own property there,
Yeah.
and
So they're
a
like
lot of
nice
people have moved
houses.
there, retire. You know,
Yeah.
people with money. It's a nice area.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a resorty kind of town.
Yeah. So you typically have pretty big jobs.
Yeah, bigger jobs, higher return on time.
So what do you think? Do you know about what your average job now is? Your average ticket you rate for residential?
Um, yeah, well, that's hard because, like I say, so much of it's just like I just have 3 bedrooms, or I've got a living room and a set of stairs, or 3 bedrooms and a stairs.
But still, you must.
Right, but if it's more than that, if it's like living like a regular living room, hall, 3 bedrooms, stairs, we're up close to 300.
Okay.
So you get on average bedrooms are $50.
So you're not ever dropping below 200. I would guess.
No, typically if
I'm
it's
talking-
more than just
I'm talking
minimum, yeah.
averages.
I don't know for sure. I would like to think so. One of the things that I've learned from you is, you got to get your average up higher. So I'm looking at now, if I'm not making 200 an hour, if I'm on a big job, then I'm not doing good enough. If it's a minimum charge job where you can only charge 140, 160, I'm not spending more than an hour there.
Right. There's a little bit of that you do have to do because that's just what you got to do anyway.
Yeah, you try to minimize that, but then you get referrals from that too. So
Yeah.
it's not.
And often that job is, what I find is fairly often what happens is somebody will get you in for doing a couple of rooms and maybe you get a minimum charge, but the reason why they're doing that's because they're not sure if they want to give you the rest of the whole house, which comes a few months later or whatever.
Yeah, I've done quite a few jobs
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, where you do the basic.
They're kind of
rental
testing
suite.
you out.
Yeah, the rental suite, and then they get you to do their place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that thing about for new guys, try and get commercial. You can practice. You're all by yourself, and it pays well.
You're doing a lot more commercial, aren't you?
I am doing a lot more commercial.
Why are you doing a lot more commercial?
It's just people are asking for it. So I have a general tool company that I work for that they have contracts with 2 of the biggest banks in town.
Uh-huh.
So I do those. Those are 3-story buildings.
Yeah.
I do a huge. It's a engineering company that does mill equipment.
Yeah.
Worldwide, and that's a 2-story building that's huge. And I'm just doing their local government building, 10,000 square feet this Saturday.
Uh-huh.
But because I have my friend Grant helping me now, it's way faster. We just tag team the machines. One guy goes with the fiber hair pad, and the other guy's behind it with the Iron Man, and
Fly along.
just fly along. It's just super fast.
Yeah.
And then when we have the big job, we use the OP machine with somebody on that.
Yeah.
So I know you stay away from a commercial.
I don't stay away from it. I don't chase it.
Yeah, I don't chase it either. And I only like to do it in the spring or the fall. I don't like doing it July, August, and September.
No.
I try to avoid that because there's so much money to be made in residential.
Yeah. No. I don't work evenings and I don't work Sundays. So if a commercial job comes my way, I won't necessarily accept all of them. Even if I've even had great big ones that 12 stories or whatever, and I was no. I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it because I'm working. If I wanted to, I could work 6 days a week doing residential all day. That's my focus, and I think that's one thing that when you're in the beginning, you're going to take almost anything you can get anyway, and you got it. Just don't do restaurants.
Don't do restaurants, but you know what's really cool? I helped my friend that I taught do this Chinese restaurant. I haven't been done in probably 10 years. It was
Must have been lovely.
It was thick, and I went in. I used a blue pad, which you never use on carpet. I used a blue pad to cut through it, and he came behind me with the truck mount, and that thing just sparkled. I was amazed.
What you using in the machine?
We were actually using truck mount product.
Oh,
yeah, to cut through a citrus product.
Citrus Soul or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he was. I won't tell you what he uses because I don't agree with what he's doing.
Oh.
He uses something else in his tank.
Something nasty.
You can tell people, show them how to do it, but they can still decide for themselves.
Yeah.
But for this is, I was talking about this earlier. I've been getting calls from people saying, "Yeah, I've been breeding dogs in my basement, and I got this room that the dogs have been, peeing and pooing on for the last 4 or 5 years, and now we have to move out. So can you
can't breathe anymore.
Can you come clean it?" I go, "You need to phone someone with a truck mount." Happened today. Same thing.
Throw a match in there.
Same thing. A guy said, "Yeah, my dog just, number two'd and barfed all over my motorhome."
I don't even do motorhomes.
I don't either. I have one legacy customer I do,
Uh-huh.
because I really like them. They're nice people. And when I do it, I have to go in with the ORC,
Mm.
and then I follow it up with the portable heated portable.
Yeah, I find they're just way too awkward. I mean,
Yeah.
It's even awkward just getting in the door for crying out loud. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you can't use your big machine in there.
No.
So you have to use the ORC anyways.
yeah.
So there's a tip for you: don't do jobs.
Don't do
that-
don't do cars either.
Don't do cars. Well, but if if you're starting out and you need to make money, you can do cars.
You have
Get a heated portable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For doing tough stairs, like I've done, like I have a job coming up, just wants 2 sets of stairs done. I might do it with a heated portable because you can do that with the portable. But anything more than that, I don't do. So you learn that as you go, though, right? So yeah, take on anything when you're learning. You make some money, experiment, try different products. If you're in the States, you have way more options.
Yeah, we don't have as much options in Canada. In the States, the 3 top ones I think would be Bonapro, the End Cap Store, and Backaway. And of course, then there's Excellent Supply does sells and
Release it.
Release it, yeah.
Which, by the way, if you can get, I know you disagree with me on this, but the Hydrox, the release of Hydrox, it's fantastic. But you're worried about bleaching because you had a bad experience with it. I haven't yet.
Yeah, I bleached a spot in my own carpet.
Yeah, I've gone in places where it was smelled like dog really bad, and that thing releases so much oxygen. It's 35% peroxide in there.
That's what it is.
Releases
Ooh,
so much
no
oxygen.
wonder.
The room smells so fresh. People say, "Wow, it smells better already," and it cuts through the dog sweat and stuff so nicely. So we can't get it here. It's very hard to come by, and I just use it for those tough jobs.
You can't get release system?
Not the Hydrox.
Really?
They've been a back order for almost a year.
Oh.
I've got 2 jugs waiting for me. I gotta go pick it up before someone else snags it.
Oh.
I'm hoping they put it aside like I asked them to.
Is that at
Safety Express.
Oh, Safety Express.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So for those new guys, we keep plugging away at it and try different things. And we did this job last night at the bank, and it was just down the center of the walkway of the hallway. It was really bad, and I was going slower than normal. But I was using the Rocket Revive It, and my buddy was following me with the Iron Man pad, and I went back and looked at it later, and you couldn't tell where that traffic area was anymore. And I was really, really happy with that.
So more money in your pocket.
Yep.
Simpler and easier to do.
Yeah, less
Not as much work.
breakdowns. Like you don't have to worry about getting off the job because you broke down.
Easier on you physically.
Super easy on you physically. Yeah.
Yeah, look at you. You're just in one big muscle.
Well, one big piece of fat right now, but yeah, you still get tired when you get older, right? But the young guys,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even break a sweat,
Hardly.
hardly at all.
Hardly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're sweating too much, you're doing something wrong.
There you go. Yeah, I was joking with my friend the other day. Look how hard I'm working. I was just standing there. We're going over the spot where the people stand in front of the teller.
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad.
Oh,
Just letting it work.
Yeah.
So,
You just guide the machine does the work.
yeah, exactly.
Basically, that's what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah, and just experiment with different pre-sprays and stuff. Find it works for you.
Yeah.
Test all the time. How damp is it? You don't want the pads too wet. You want them too dry. You can tell by the results whether you're either too far one way or the other.
And you're shower feeding, right?
I'm shower feeding, and so when I was learning, I would feel the carpet, and if I felt it was too wet, I would go an extra pad on it.
Yeah.
Try and get it to the point. But typically, if you're doing like a whole house or a large area, the first carpet should be pretty much dry by the time you're done.
Right.
So an hour
but
and a
it
half.
takes a little while to get the right feel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But once you get it, you got it, right?
Yep, and again, I still test. I put my hand down and
Yeah.
see, just to make sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just takes time.
Yeah. And it works perfectly fine.
Yep.
No issues.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any callbacks, and I'm not. I mean, I always felt like I should phone people a day or two later, say, "Hey, how'd it go?" And but I'm
Are you
a little,
sure
I'm
you're
a little,
happy?
I'm a
Are you
little-
sure?
a little nervous.
Yeah.
I've been called back on a few things, on a few jobs, and it happens. But I still get a lot of compliments. People pay me with e-transfer, and they thanks for the big job.
got to get your Google reviews, man. 5 stars.
Yeah.
That'll help. That makes a difference.
Well, not my area because it's such a small area.
But anything helps. Anything helps.
Yeah, it all helps. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much competition, but it's good to
There's
go.
no other.
I'll do that anyways.
Is there any other low moisture guy in your area? Is that other guy that was sort of pretending to do it? Is he still around?
The guy I bought his equipment from,
Is that it, the guy?
that was years ago, before I met you.
Oh no, there was some other guy you told me that he was in Chase or somewhere. And you said he hardly did any advertising, but you said he was using a rotary or something.
Oh, I can't remember now. That's a possibility.
All right, I guess I gotta go because he's got a call. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.
Town and Country Rubber Care. This is Roger.